There should be two exciting Acuras coming out pretty soon. That's the new MDX Type S, which a brochure leaked on recently. I'm going to share those images with you guys today. But we also have what could be pricing, packaging, and more for the new Integra, and it includes a coupe. We're going to start with the Integra news, and what you see on the screen here was shared to me from a follower of the channel, but it's coming from Integra Talk, which is obviously like a fan site. So what do I think about this? Well, I don't think it's real, but I want to go over it with you guys to kind of explain why I might not think it's that real, and maybe you guys are able to debunk it or bring credibility to it with your own opinions. So resolution on this is really low, so I'm not going to go through all the individual details because it makes my eyes hurt. But what we will go through are the pricing. They're saying that it's going to start at $28,990. That's going to come with a 1.5 liter turbo. What's a red flag immediately is a 225 horsepower coming out of the 1.5 liter turbo. I don't believe we've ever seen that much power coming out of this engine from the factory. The previous SI had 205 horsepower. The new SI has 200 horsepower coming out of this engine. Could it be possible they could crank more power out of it? I guess, but I don't see that happening. This is Honda, this is Acura, very conservative brands here. It also, another red flag is when you jump up to the A spec, it gives you another 5 horsepower. The tech package coming in at 31.5, the A spec at 33.8, the advanced at 36.8, and then the Type S coming in at 41.300. And the Type S they're saying is going to have the 2 liter turbo, which is definitely a strong possibility. Look, we don't have that many options for Acura to make a Type S out of the Integra unless they give us something new. John Aceta from Acura has said that they are potentially going to put a hybrid powertrain in this, but we don't know when, and I don't know if it'll be available at launch or any time close to launch. But the 2 liter turbo, now this is a similar tune to what we see in the TLX or the RDX, which is 272 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. Interestingly, this has less torque, but more horsepower. And no mention of all-wheel drive, and that would be a huge missed opportunity on the new Integra. Super handling all-wheel drive is an Acura staple, and not to have it on the new Integra would be a complete it would be a disappointment from my perspective. I understand traditionally the Integra has been one of the best front-wheel drive handling vehicles. Acura is super handling all-wheel drive, and I feel like this would be a great way to improve the Integra and also to boost its legendary performances, give it super handling all-wheel drive. With the 2 liter turbo, like I said, I don't think that hybrid is going to be available at launch. We know that a 6-speed manual is. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, Kirk, what about this 2-door Sportback down here? Well, it's a possibility. I still think it's not coming. I think it will be the 4-door Sportback or Liftback, whatever you want to call it. And these prices kind of match up with the prices above. So one last thing about the Type S is that I will go over some of the features here, and they don't make a whole lot of sense. So embroidered seat backs is the first thing on the list. Heated rear seats. Well, the TLX Type S doesn't even have heated rear seats. So why would the Integra Type S? Auto-dimming rearview mirror, of course. Heated steering wheel. Well, I don't also believe the TLX Type S has a heated steering wheel. I think it might be a dealer-installed option. So, yeah, there's just so many things that don't add up on this list, and we can keep going. Power folding side mirrors. That was one of the last things Acura decided to include on the TLX Type S. I don't see that coming on this Integra Type S. Adaptive dampers could be coming, and I think that is a likelihood, but don't quote me on that. Performance chassis bracing, which the TLX had that behind the rear seats, and Brembo front brakes, which is as expected because the MDX Type S and the TLX Type S both have those Brembo front brakes. But before we move on to these images of the MDX Type S, I wanted to go over this image right here. This is the latest spy shot of the Integra, and I would say from like this C-pillar forward, it looks like a Civic, and that's not a bad thing. We know that the new Civic is a great handling car, and I can't wait to drive the SI and share how that is. That should be a good indication of how the Integra should drive, assuming that they have the lighter flywheel, the less rev hang, etc. And then we go behind that C-pillar, and you have this much more sloping roof line. To me, it looks quite a bit different than the Civic hatchback, but what do you guys think? Do you like the side profile of the new Integra? I'm pretty sure what we're looking at here is the real deal. To get into the images of the MDX Type S, and we have the LED lights inside the ELS Studio Audio. We have more details on that in a little bit. Here are those Brembo brakes, and then massaging seats for the front. I believe this might be the first confirmation we've heard massaging seats for the front. Wrong image. Here we go. This is a ton of information here on the new Type S, which, guys, if you remember, Acura was supposed to have the Type S MDX available this past summer. Obviously, supply chain has been an issue for everyone, but the MDX Type S has kind of got the cold shoulder when it comes to the spotlight. The Integra has stolen the spotlight from the MDX Type S, and that's not a bad thing. They're very, very different cars. But man, this MDX Type S does look pretty sexy with the tiger eye paint colors on it. So available quilted leather seats with massage function. It's not standard. You would think that the MDX Type S would just be a single build, kind of like the TLX Type S. The only variation in the TLX Type S is whether you want the summer wheels and tires or not. The 25 speaker ELS signature 3D audio that has the LED lights that change color that are built inside the speakers is really cool. Of course, it has the 355 horsepower single turbo twin scroll V6 that is in the TLX Type S. Ride height adjustable air suspension. That's something I was not expecting on the new MDX Type S. We have electro servo brakes with Brembos up front. No surprise. 21-inch wheels doesn't really come as a surprise. Quad tip active exhaust. That's kind of be expected after the TLX Type S. So looking at the two different trim levels, you have the Type S and the Type S Advance. The Advance gives you the addition of front massaging seats, quilted leather first and second row only. Sorry, third row passengers. ELS 3D audio comes with the Advance. And to me, like, I know that the normal ELS audio from the higher trims of the MDX is still phenomenal, but man, to me, I want to get those 25 speakers, so I would be getting the Advance if I was getting this vehicle. That gives you also the lighted speakers, plush floor mats as well. The good news is that the air suspension comes standard on the base model. And looking at the colors here, lunar silver metallic, platinum white pearl, liquid carbon metallic, majestic black pearl, apex blue, performance red, and tiger eye. You might see a special azurite blue, which I have a picture of. We have a picture of this azurite blue right here. And here are those quilted seats, which look great. Sorry for the image quality. That's what happens when we're dealing with leaks here. But it looks really high fidelity, these seats, and I cannot wait to drive the new MDX Type S, just like I was excited to drive the TLX Type S in Laguna Seca. And here's another image of that white orchid interior, which I love that interior on the TLX. But here we go. If you're getting the Tiger Eye Pearl, you'd be able to get it with the orchid or the azurite blue. If you want the red, the only way you can get it is with the black interior. And if you guys want to go over the rest of them, feel free to pause it right now so you guys can check out how the colors match up with the different interior colors and options there. But unfortunately, we don't have the Spider-Man or the Superman color combinations where you have the blue with the red seats or the red paint with the blue seats. So sorry to burst your bubble. But I'm going to end it there. What do you think about everything we talked about today? All that Integra pricing and packaging and powertrains, as well as the coupe. I just don't think that's real, but time will tell. I think we'll learn fairly soon here within the next month or so about the new Integra. And then we also have this great spy shot here to show the sloping roofline, that unique look to it. And it will be interesting to see if there's an additional window back here with the sloping roofline. But anyways, guys, I'm going to end it there. Were you excited also to see the MDX Type S brochure leak? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe for more Honda and Acura news like this. Catch you in the next one. Peace out.